UK inflation hits a 30-year high at 10.1%. Ouch. Like, seriously, that's not good, is it? That's not good, is it, guys? How are you all doing? I hope you're well. It's jacobcrypobury. If you're new to the channel, make sure you slap that subscribe button. We're going to talk about Cardano today. We're going to explore whether Cardano can realistically still hit $1 in 2022. So let's get right on to it. Cardano today, we're at $0.55. We're down 1.23% against Ethereum. We're down 0.21% against Bitcoin. We've seen a nice bit of volume come through, still holding strong at rank 6 with a huge market cap of 18.8 billion. I do speculate, I do believe this project will achieve $100 billion plus market cap in the future. It got so close last time, so I do think it will definitely do it in the next crypto bull run, which will of course offer a huge 5x from current price levels. So let's check it out. We're talking about 2022. Whilst I think it's inevitable that Cardano is going to hit a good $4, $5, $6, $7 in the next crypto bull run, we need to talk about today. We need to also explore some limitations as well. So I've had a bit of research. I've done some due diligence on the Cardano network. I've just gone through the Reddit platform, and really what I found is a nice post here from 11 hours ago. So what are the current major pros and cons of Cardano? It's good to know, isn't it? A major con used to be smart contracts, but we have that now. You could argue that the new con is scalability, usability, which is interesting because they're working on the Basho phase, or the Basho phase of the roadmap, which actually focuses on scalability. Can we highlight some of the major pros and cons of Cardano currently, just to understand the current state of the Cardano blockchain? Some pros I would list involve decentralization, keeping your keys while staking, the EUTXO model, token distribution, peer-reviewed work, and good communication from IOHK. I mean, that's very true. I do love the transparency of this project. So here's a nice one. Pros, so many. You've got the EUTXO, you've got native assets, you've got sustainable tokenomics, a long-term scaling plan with input endorsers and ledger combiners. Speaking of long-term scaling plan. Cons, data availability. At the moment, it seems like it's still being drawn up. It will come because it's necessary for input endorsers and ZK rollups. What else have we got? Pros, provably decentralized, proven transaction model, yep, non-slashing staking, highly secure, lack of developer tools, difficulty to use programming model, no clear path yet to scalability. Let's just focus on the cons. Ethereum is miles ahead with the amount of developers they have, Solidity and EVM becoming the programming standard. Cardano is using Haskell but has an EVM sidechain to pour over dApps, supposedly. Any more cons? Charles. Yeah, I mean, he is like yin and yang, right? He's up and down like a yo-yo, the things that come out of his mouth. Pro, everything. Cons, nothing to do. So interesting. It's good to recognize the weaknesses in the network. I think they are all very much rectifiable. Wouldn't really worry too much about them, but we are certainly on the way to a $1 Cardano, in my opinion, at some point. Maybe not this year, but 2023. So let's have a look. I mean, what's also important? The Basho scaling phase is where Cardano is now with the roadmap. We know that the Basho era of Cardano is an era of optimization, improving the scalability and interoperability of the network. So this is important. This will help with the throughput. This will help, bring massive scalability to the network. It will help with side chains and so much more. We can see that this is the stage 4 or 5, and the last phase will be the Voltaire phase. I don't know what's going to happen after this, but either way, I think Cardano's got a really, really long way to go. If we look at the last few months for Cardano, you can see $0.4 is a really good entry level, and it hasn't really been that volatile. I don't know why. I do believe that we will see a parabolic rally at some point once we get enough accumulation, but we've already shown some signs of a very bullish breakout just recently. You can see we broke out this descending channel right here. We get the little breakout to the upside. Now the technical target for this, to be fair, is actually quite high. Let me show you. So we take the width of this ascending channel, which is about there. That brings us up to around about the $0.8 level, which is a 65% increase from the previous level, right? So if we can break through this 0.73 resistance, we might see some continuation up to the $1 price level. Now, I think it's very sensitive because, of course, this is a big psychological barrier. Look how many touchdowns we had here of support and resistance. Many touchdowns. We also had a lot of consolidation around that 1 $1 price level. So it's psychological. We are in a bear market. I would expect a rejection once we do get up to that price level. If we do pump over here to the 0.73 resistance, we get a breakthrough, retest the support, then we come back up to $1.01. I do anticipate a rejection there, a very big rejection. Now, this is the weekly time frame. We could look at the 20-day moving average to get an idea where we are. In a bear market, typically you retest that 20-day moving average just like this, and you get rejected, you know? Rejected here. Possibly we can still get rejected at this 20-day moving average. Now, hopefully it won't be the case for Cardano here. Hopefully we will see some bullish continuation to the upside. Now, there is another thing I have spotted here on Cardano. Maybe I'm being a bit too pernickety, but it's the formation of a bearish, reversal pattern known as a rising wedge. So this is, of course, where we've got two converging lines of resistance and support, and what could effectively happen is that you lose support here at $0.54. You'd retest this particular level here at the 0.51. Then we might see some continuation to the upside, like this, because this is a bearish pattern, and the RSI isn't looking awful, to be honest. We're not overbought on the relative strength index on the daily time frame, and we're also not overbought on the 4-hour RSI. We were at this particular resistance level, which makes sense, but we've already had a pullback, so we can just consolidate at this $0.55 level. This is where we should see some nice juicy continuation to the upside for Cardano right here. So I'm looking out for these particular levels, in my honest opinion. What else is there to look at? It is really just the formation of this descending channel here. So it's extremely bullish that we got the breakout on this resistance, but of course having that rising wedge residing within the descending channel itself is typically bearish. So we have a bearish pattern in a bullish pattern. Yes, that can actually happen, believe it or not. Pretty crazy. I think first things first, we need to see a pump to at least this resistance here at around the 0.66 level. If we can come through 6.6, we go to 7.3. If we can break through 7.3, it's all about chopping between this range here and coming up to that $1 price level. And that's the only way Cardano is going to get there, is if it can actually get enough momentum to do it. I suppose one nice sign is that we're not yet overbought on the daily RSI like we were here. So it does leave me to indicate, or at least believe, dubious speculate, that maybe there is a bit more upside potential here for our friend Cardano, Maybe there really is. Price targets for the next year, I mean, we're looking at some big targets. Should this be the bottom? Easy $4, $6, possibly even $10 at a maximum, because Cardano, there's a lot of value in this network, guys, and it's going to grow more and more. It's not going anywhere. One of the most transparent blockchains out there. Great developers and a really, really solid team. So Cardano is here to stay. Sure, prices don't look good today, but I'm sure in 5 years, not financial advice, but things will start looking much better. So let me know what you think, guys. If you're new to the channel, do slap that subscribe button. I am doing a $200 giveaway of my favorite project known as Lucky Block, and that will automatically enter you to the competition. Just a way to say thank you. Make sure you also check out that $100,000 giveaway down below, as well as my Discord and Telegram channels for free educational content. See you soon, and bye for now.